Hi, my name is Levi Stein and I'm a senior.
My name is Will and I'm a senior.
My name is Charlie Wiswart and I am in 11th grade.
Hi, my name is Ellie O'Connell and I'm a senior.
I'm Hayes Hunter and I'm a senior.
My name is Haley Zitzer and I'm in 12th grade.
Hi, my name is Leah Terry. I am a senior, so I'm in 12th grade.
Hello, my name is Ileana Pranella. I am a junior and I go to Jordan High School.
I don't know, I mean, it was just kind of this wild, really surreal kind of bubble experience. I think it was one of those things, since we never knew how long we were going to be gone, it kind of always felt like we were kind of biding time until we were back, until things were normal again. And I think I got into kind of a routine and I got used to being at home. I got really close to my family, which was great. But yeah, I mean, it was weird. It's weird to look, I think we're far enough past it now. I can look back and realize how crazy that all was, and it makes me even more grateful to be back now. But yeah, it was well. I think I adjusted well, but it was really, really great to come back.
I would definitely say it was difficult, especially because I'm a really social person and I was a freshman, so I just gotten used to being in high school, and being online was very isolating for me. I think it was for a lot of people, but not being able to spend time with people around me, I found myself keeping to myself and staying in my room a lot. So it was difficult, and then especially with theater, because that's really difficult to do online. I was trying to do as much as I could in Zoom class, but not being able to perform for people with my friends and who had kind of become my family really quickly over the freshman year was really, really hard.
I just couldn't believe it at first. I was kind of like in shock, and I didn't realize that it was gonna be so long. And I was just like, I was excited for a while, like that I wasn't gonna have school, I wasn't gonna be doing homework, but it just got to a point where I just felt so alone and isolated from everyone else and from my friends, and I wasn't ready to come back as a junior from being a freshman. Like, I was a underclassman, and just being pushed into being an upperclassman was, I don't know, it was definitely a big transition.
It was very different because when COVID happened, I just moved to North Carolina from California. So obviously it was already like a big change because of like how different the area was. So when COVID went down, I actually had no one. So it was very difficult because I was very like isolated. So yeah.
I remember filling my time with a lot of Netflix and also some Hulu as well. So I just mostly watched shows all day and night. And stayed in the room as well. Yeah, it was quite a depressing time, but yeah, since I couldn't go anywhere or do anything, that's how I spent it.
I kind of coped with it by I'm more of a lone person. I'm more introverted, especially with new people, and I like doing stuff by myself, and I think I kind of enjoyed that. But there were some parts of me that like I missed, like socializing with my friends, like at lunch or like just in general. Like it was kind of hard doing it all virtually instead of in person. But I think I just kind of like did my own thing and did what made me feel happy and made me feel stimulated.
I think that was a time of a lot of hobbies for me. I think I tried crochet. I was in pottery that year online, like the class, which was weird, but it was really fun. I think that's probably like kind of a little silver lining for me to have this hour and a half to play with clay in my room. But yeah, I think I kind of found ways to entertain myself and stayed outside a lot, which was really healthy and helpful, I think, for my mental health. But yeah, I mean, I tried to talk to my friends a lot. I didn't really have a lot of people who were kind of in my bubble, so I spent a lot of time with my family, which was again really great. But it was hard to kind of disconnect, and it was weird for me to not make any new friends. You could keep your old friends, and I kept in touch with them well and stayed really close. But it was funny to not be able to see new faces every day and see people in the hallway that I really like to see.
How did you keep in touch with people?
I did a lot of Zoom lunches. I'd have B-lunch with my friends, and we would go on Zoom and just kind of talk. And on social media and FaceTime and things. And I see people outside from a distance and going to restaurants and stuff outside. But it was hard to kind of keep those close connections and feel supported when everyone felt so alone.
I remember watching a lot of TV because that's like all I could do. I sat at home and binge watched Shameless, which I love, and Euphoria, and those shows are also kind of like sad, but I don't know. I think that's what, but I also was in a pod with two of my friends. Do I name drop or do I not? Doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters.
Okay, well, I was in a pod with two of my friends for like the entire COVID year, and I don't think I would have gotten through COVID without them, because I went over to her house every single day and we just hung out and it was fun.
It was actually really difficult for me. I isolated myself a lot. I didn't hang out with but like 2 friends for majority of the COVID year. I didn't really talk to a lot of people.
I actually like journaled a little bit. I kind of like wrote down my thoughts. I watched a lot of YouTube, and I did like indoor workouts. I tried to keep myself very preoccupied because I was very isolated for a very long time.
I think the best part of COVID is the ability for me to be able to really focus and hone in on what I'm interested in without some sort of social distraction, so to speak, or the pressure of what other people think.
Over the COVID year, that was when I got my first job, and I remember feeling like a certain level of achievement for myself and like making my own money and stuff. So like that was probably my best part of the COVID year.
I think the best part was finding myself and discovering what I like to do and who I am as a person. Like, I came out during the pandemic and I realized what makes me me. It makes me myself, yeah.
I would say I was able to create a really good bond with some of my teachers, which I think was surprising, because I think it really ended up on how much effort you put into the online year. So specifically, Miss Polito, my theater teacher, and then my chorus teacher at the time, I could stay after in Zoom rooms and kind of talk to them, and then you didn't have it's hard to sometimes connect with your teachers, I think, because they have meetings and kids are always coming up to them, but the online year really, I think, let them focus on individual relationships, and I found that I was able to connect with my teachers a lot more that year, which is a year where I think we needed it more than others. I think that I really just decided, because I couldn't perform as much, that I was just gonna train and practice as much as possible. So I did extra voice lessons all through COVID. I did lots of online workshops, and a lot of people, especially in the professional world, because they also weren't working, were doing more educational opportunities. So I tried to reach out to as many of those people as possible. So really building up kind of my skills, and I also performed for my parents a lot and my neighbors outside in the yard because I was that desperate. But I think doing all of that and knowing that I was going to get back to it and being able to do it at the best of my ability once I got there was something that I really focused on.
The best part of COVID was, I think, getting time alone, because when you're in high school you're always with other people and that can be really overwhelming, and yeah, just getting the time to be by myself was nice.
I found myself really lonely and seeking any sort of attention, be it positive or negative, which led me to being obnoxious and annoying. So that was definitely horrible.
I was like, are my friends gonna be there, and is it gonna be weird or anything? So I remember having a lot of anxiety before coming back to school, but everything worked out in the end.
I think watching all the stuff that I really like to do turn online. I'm very arts-based, and I'm in orchestra, I'm in theater, and I sing. It was hard not having those concerts or having those opportunities during the pandemic, because I love performing, I love being on stage, and it was hard to keep the motivation of continuing my instrument or continuing to do stuff that I love and that I want to do throughout the pandemic because of it because of the virtual aspect of it.
One of the hardest parts for me was I didn't really get to see the seniors from my freshman year again. We were all told that we were coming back, and again, especially in theater, they had kind of guided me into high school, had been there and been like a safety net. And, realizing when they told us we weren't coming back that I wasn't going to see them in class again was really difficult. And then also kind of just missing the community that school brought me. Again, I said earlier, I go to school, I love school because of the social aspect, and I work too, obviously. But being with other people and performing and doing even things like shows are so community building. They're not just to make money or to put on things. It's spending time in rehearsals and dinner, and not having that was very lonely. But I think that we made it work, but that was definitely the hardest part.
So going back was really hard, and just connecting with people, because I used to go to DSA, and so going to school with these people who had gone to middle school together, and I didn't really feel a part of it, and so I actually transferred to Jordan with everybody from my middle school, and yeah, so it kind of caused me to change schools.
I definitely did feel ready because I knew that there would not be a lot of work because they were trying to ease us back into going to school in person, and I was so ready to see people I knew and see people I liked spending time with. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I was really glad, and I think I know it was hard for a lot of people, and I think it still was hard, but I definitely think I was ready. I think it was really refreshing, and again, after this long time of kind of endless questioning, a lot of uncertainty, it was really good to come back, and especially I think theater definitely had been a kind of a really big silver lining for me throughout that whole thing, knowing that I'd be back and knowing that I would kind of get to fully dive into that, finally. But yeah, I think. I think I was ready, and I think it took a minute to kind of get into it, but as soon as again I can look back and be like, it was really good. I think to kind of dive head first.
I think I wanted to go back to school, but I don't think I was ready for like still being in masks and like just like the kind of distance and isolation there still was between us, and it didn't feel like an actual classroom. And I don't know. It was hard at first, but I think I got it here.
I was actually really scared because I know like high school is different. It's like really big. I was just kind of scared to know to find new people and to kind of like find myself, because I didn't really know myself at the time. But I think I was pretty prepared. I was just more nervous than anything. So.
I would not do it again.
Just being so grateful for all this time we have together, especially after how long we had apart, has made everything really, really special and kind of all the more of like a rich experience. Yeah.
I'm glad COVID's over.
Okay. COVID was really challenging for me, but I can proudly say that like I've gone through it, and it kind of made me a bigger and better person overall. So yeah, I think it was a really good thing that happened and a really bad thing at the same time, but I can always find like positives in the outcomes. So.